It's Genevieve Crow, Realtor with the Genevieve Crow Realty Group, and I am so excited today to introduce you to a friend of mine. This is John with Gotcha Covered. John, why don't you tell us a little bit about why you're so special?
Well, is it because my mother told me so? No. It's been a blessing for me to have gotten out of corporate America and gone for the entrepreneurial dream, if you will, and going into the window treatments business, having the opportunity to meet folks like yourself and being welcomed into their homes, their castles, their sanctuaries, to provide them with options to add that final decorative touch to a home or even a commercial space is very rewarding and a big blessing for me for sure.
Yes, and like a lot of us were stuck home during the pandemic. We have nothing to look at except for our house, and a lot of us have taken on a lot of home improvements, and that myself being included. And one of the things I've always wanted and I've always loved when I go into other people's homes is Plantation Shutters. And that is how I met John. And you can actually take a look over here, these beautiful shutters that he did. He actually did some drapery for me as well today in my living room. But one of the things I wanted to have John talk about was how Plantation Shutters, they're an amazing investment in your home. And can you tell us kind of what your thought is on that?
Absolutely, delighted. What I find really surprising is that plantation shutters are still extremely popular in Texas and Florida, two of the most hot humid states in the Union. But they are timeless, they are elegant, and they are in fact the only window treatment that you can invest in for your home or even commercial space that does add value. So I mean appraisal value. Mm-hmm. Even those scenarios where you have high-end motorization, which I know is a cool thing, and integrated with Alexa Home, Google Home, those are all great products as well, but they still don't add value. Mm-hmm. It is only plantation shutters. They are timeless, they are elegant, and as you can see from the ones that are in your bedroom here, they just pop. They just make a statement.
They really do. And so what you talk about Texas and Florida, so are they energy efficient? Do they help with the sun and stuff?
Absolutely. So they're not only rated for UV protection, but also heat. And because of their construction, and particularly on the polycore side, they are so well engineered that they do, in fact, improve your energy efficiency and reduce heat in the home. Absolutely.
So talk a little bit about the construction, because when I did some research, I did find that there's different types of materials that you can use to do plantation shutters, but you guys have a really neat and special way of making your shutters here in the US.
That is correct. So, as they have been for decades and maybe even centuries, plantation shutters were typically wood. Now, of course, wood is very susceptible to both heat and humidity. So even if they're well constructed, and most of your shutters, regardless of where you get them, are going to be well constructed, but over time, wood getting exposed to heat and humidity over time will get compromised, both in its finish as well as its makeup. Now, advance a few decades ago where they introduced polycore engineered materials. And what makes that very different is that instead of being made out of wood, they're made out of an engineered product, and they're actually reinforced inside with steel and metal. And what that does for you is when you're making that investment, as we know, plantation shutters are going to be your largest investment when it comes to window treatments, in most cases anyway. So why not protect that investment by doing polycore? Because they come with very aggressive limited lifetime warranties on their construction. Not suggesting if you hit it with a baseball bat that they won't get damaged.
Kids, that's my thing. They might hit it with a baseball bat.
But if you have pets or you have small children, or even if you knock into it with your furniture or hit it with a vacuum cleaner or things like that just happen in an ordinary day, you're not going to compromise or affect those shutters. Now, when you say polycore, the finish is also now guaranteed for 25 years, meaning they're guaranteed not to chip, fade, crack, discolor. And I would say 20 years ago, when this whole phenomenon of polycore came out, that was not the case. A lot of folks were disappointed with the outcome after a few years that they would start to discolor and not uniformly. Mm-hmm. They would discolor unevenly. You get those kind of yellow blotches.
Not anymore.
Well, right. That doesn't happen anymore. This polycore engineered material, it is fantastic. If you have the ultra wide, which I believe we did with your shutters here, that finish is guaranteed for 25 years. And I can't think of a better way to protect an investment than to purchase the polycore and have that aggressive warranty stand behind it.
And they're also really low maintenance. And I think you told me one of the things that's really neat about these shutters is I could spray them down with a hose if I wanted to outside.
So one thing you cannot do with wood shutters is typically use cleaners on them to clean them, such as 409, Windex, dishwashing soap, etc., and even power washing. So with the polycore, on the other hand, you can actually use any cleaner on that, and it's safe. The only thing I would not recommend is using straight Clorox bleach, but you can use Clorox bleach related products like wipes and stuff. However, if you really want to clean these once a year, they're hinged like any other shutters, and you just pop the pins out of those hinges. You can take them out the backyard, power wash them, let them dry, and hang them back up. So yes, cleaning and maintenance, definitely much simpler than wood, because wood you have to be obviously more delicate. You have to be careful of the types of solvents or cleaners that you use to clean those wood shutters, I guess.
So I do a lot of new construction homes, and one of the things that I find a lot is there may not be blinds in the new construction homes.
Right.
And one of the reasons I myself did not get plantation shutters right away is because it was my thought, in most companies, it could take months to get plantation shutters, and who wants to go months without window coverings? But that's not the case with you. And tell me where you guys manufacture your blinds and how long it takes to get those shutters in.
Yeah, it's really interesting that one of the things, as a veteran owner of the company, I really pride myself in looking for vendors that are here domestically. I like to keep the economy here in this country vibrant, and so I intentionally do that. Texton is my shutter vendor, and they're actually not only here domestically in the good old US of A, but they're right here in our backyard in Garland, Texas.
That's exciting.
And their lead time right now, and even during the pandemic, which really surprised me, that a lot of vendors across the whole window treatment space were really delayed, and particularly if you had to get the shutters from abroad. But because they are domestic here in Texas, I still enjoyed a 3 to 4 week lead time. And as you know, you did an order, and within 4 weeks we're installing at your house.
It was great. And they did the install in one day, and again, John's company is called Got You Covered, and you took care of everything. He had me covered. You took the old ones down, you put the new ones up. It was very quick and efficient. You guys were fantastic. And you don't only do shutters.
I do not.
Tell us, what else do you do?
Well, I love the name Got You Covered because it really does, it's not just a slick term. We do everything from what we call your classic hard treatments. Obviously shutters included blinds, roller shades, natural rolling shades, honeycomb shades, etc.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today. If you guys have any questions or you want to get in touch with John, I'm putting his contact information below. Anything you want to end with?
Well, I would just like to thank you for not only the opportunity for this great opportunity here with this video, but I want to thank you as now a customer of mine. I take tremendous pride in ensuring that it's not just about the product and not just about the installation, but the whole customer experience. And I feel extremely grateful when I'm invited into folks' home. Again, I say it's their castle, their sanctuary, it's their peace and security, it's where they're either raising or have raised family, and I don't take that for granted. So I want to thank you not only for being a customer, but for allowing me the opportunity to share with your base the opportunities that we may have to help with their service as well.
All right, if you have any questions about real estate in the Dallas-Fort Worth market, please reach out to me, Genevieve Kroll, and well, till then, see you later. Bye for now.